Let's go with your boy Raphael Sam Crow back with another reaction video. Recent developments have just arisen from our movie news. Go over to movie news and subscribe over there. It's about the Snyderverse. It's an update about the Snyderverse. So the title is Zack Snyder would absolutely finish the. It says Zack Snyder would absolutely finish Snyderverse in animation. From the title, that implies that Zack Snyder will finish the Snyderverse in the form of animation. I don't know. For me personally, I prefer the Snyderverse to be in a live action. Know what I mean? I would like it to continue in a live action form. But at this point, concerning since that the actors are aging now, so I would assume they would not do this forever. I mean, depending on if the Snyderverse is restored sooner. But since we do not know when the Snyderverse will be restored, emphasis on will. I'm still holding out hope that the Snyderverse will be restored. I am a supporter of the Snyderverse. I really don't care what you say. You have your opinions, that's fine. I like what I like. That's on me. I don't care what you think. Now, if the when the Snyderverse is restored, I would prefer it to be a live action, but since the actors are aging and all that, I would take animation. I would accept animation. But I would really love it if they do a live action. So, yeah, let's see what our movie news is saying. Let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our movie news. Now this is a video I did not expect doing. We haven't talked much about the Snyderverse this year, and as the DCU has been creeping closer and closer, the hope of the Snyderverse being restored has unfortunately been dying. But Zack Snyder has just said something absolutely fascinating in his latest interview with Empire. He was asked if he would be open to finishing his Justice League trilogy in animated form. And he said, yeah, absolutely. That would be fun. That would be cool. Now, I've said for a while now that I think animation is one of the most realistic options for a Snyderverse restoration, but I've always had pushback from certain Snyder fans who say it's live action or nothing, which to me is just ridiculous because you're basically saying you'd rather us not seeing the Snyderverse completed at all than being completed in animation. I just don't get that. Beggars can't be choosers. We're on this planet for a limited time only, and I think to only want the Snyderverse restored if it meets your exact requirements really is a huge mistake. I get not compromising, and I get trying to defend Snyder's vision, but Zack Snyder has said right there that he would absolutely finish his Justice League trilogy in animated form. He would be very happy to make it in animation, and I'm sure someone somewhere will try and twist this and do some if, buts and maybes, but as far as I'm aware, he has made this very clear. I think animation is one of the most realistic forms of restoration. I really think that live action is now out of the picture, with the actors aging and moving on, and the DC
That's what I said.
into the forefront, which leaves graphic novels or animation as the last two options, and I seriously think animation is the way to go. It's the best for both worlds. It can still be a movie but won't overshadow the DCU. You can get the actors back to do the voiceovers or hire voiceover actors if they can't make it or don't want to do it. The budgets will be lower so there is less risk for the studio, and you could put it in the cinema like Spider-Man Into the Snyderverse and possibly get a large box office sum for it. And DC Studios is doing a Jurassic League animated movie disconnected to the DCU, which will be released in cinemas anyway, so DC is open to that kind of idea. Now, when I say animation, I don't mean 2D animation that occurs in many kids' cartoons. I'm talking about high-quality animation like the Spider-Verse films or the Clone Wars show. That kind of 3D, high-quality cinematic animation. Snyder would make that look incredible, and the possibilities would be endless. This is something I feel fans really should get on board with, because I think it's our only chance of seeing it happen. I don't want to have a situation where we hear in a couple of years' time from some insiders that DC Studios was contemplating offering Snyder a chance to make his Justice League sequels in animation after hearing this interview, but due to the negativity they saw from Snyder fans surrounding this idea, they decided to not bother doing it.
That would be a lose.
Sure, aim for
A
live
very
action,
big
but I think
lose.
this closed-minded rejection of anything other than live action is such a dangerous mindset to have, because you could end up missing out on seeing Snyder actually make these sequels. This live action or nothing mindset is such a bad idea, because you know what studios hear when they see fans saying live action or nothing? They go, okay, then nothing it is. They're not going to bend the knee to some fans who they think are trying to bully the studio into having it their way. And if you still think live action or nothing, then you're telling me you would rather not ever see these movies created than seeing them be made in high quality animation. That to me is just bonkers. Saying live action or nothing about Restore the Snyderverse is like saying release the Snyder Cut, but it can't be on streaming. It has to be in the theatres. If the Snyder Cut fandom had that mindset, then we would still be campaigning for the Snyder Cut today. You know why we got the Snyder Cut? Because we were just asking for the Snyder Cut to be released, and Warner Brothers saw an opportunity. Every fan would have loved the Snyder Cut to be released in the cinema, but we were happy with it on streaming because it meant we got to see Snyder's vision. We weren't even asking them to complete the cut. We just wanted to see the current unfinished version of his movie, incomplete CGI and uncut scenes, all of it. We were just happy to see his cut of the film. It was Warner Brothers and Snyder that decided to go above and beyond that and complete the movie. The thought of missing out on the Snyder Cut if fans had the mentality they have now, back then, scares me. I would have never seen the movie that I can proudly say is one of my favourites of all time. Sure, I would have loved it to be released in the cinema, but I was just grateful I got to see Snyder's vision. It wasn't exactly how I wanted it to be released, but I was just happy I got to see the movie that was never going to be released. And that's how I think us fans should react with this Snyderverse news. But now it seems like fans have these inflated expectations and demands. I'm just glad this mindset didn't exist before the Snyder Cut was released, because we would have fans rejecting the idea of it being put onto streaming because it didn't meet their demands. They would have been saying in the cinema or nothing, and Warner Brothers would have gone, well, I guess we're doing nothing then. It's like now, because we got the Snyder Cut released, fans expect to have things their way. It's this entitlement that comes from love and passion. And because it's from love and passion, I can't really bash it. I admire that strength, determination and love for this story, but I think we need to manage these expectations and realise that this is a storyline that most likely will never ever happen in live action. Like I said, we have a limited time on this earth, and I want to see and do things that I love. I love the Snyderverse, and I want to see that story completed, preferably in live action, but I won't reject animation just because it's not the ideal way I want to see it happen. Snyder has said if Warner Brothers Discovery came calling, he would happily make Justice League 2 and 3 with them. He said if Netflix were to buy the rights, he would make it with them too. He also was open to it being a graphic novel instead, and he has just said he'd absolutely make them in animation. Snyder just wants the story to be completed. He doesn't care at what studio or in what form that is. Which is why I don't think us fans should limit our request to one studio or one format. And that's why I think Restore the Snyderverse is the most relevant hashtag to use if you're going to use one. It encompasses every motive. Want it in live action? It has you covered. Want it at Netflix? It has you covered. And if you want it in animation, it also has you covered. I think we have to be as open-minded as possible with this for it to ever happen.
I
And we're
agree.
still talking about something that is quite unlikely, but let's not decrease those chances anymore. Snyder vocally saying this is great. It gives us another avenue to go down. So I think this is a great thing to hear. It would be far away from the DCU and anything they are doing. It would be a lower budget, the actors are more likely to return for it, and on top of all that, animation can be really cool. There are tons of very talented animators out there, and with Snyder's visual style, those movies would look incredible in animation. But those are just my thoughts on his comments. So now you have heard what I think, let me know what you think in the comments below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon. So until then, have a great day. Bye.
There you have it. That's the latest news from our movie news. Make sure you go over there to subscribe again. Now, to tackle what has been said in this video, I have to agree with what's been said here. I have to agree. Beggars cannot be choosers. If we have a chance to get the story finished, we have to take it as it comes. Even Zack Snyder is open to do it in animation form. So who are we to reject that? Understand? We cannot reject that, because if first of all, the actors are aging, right? So depending on when the Snyderverse will be restored, they cannot wait, they cannot stand still and wait for something that could possibly not be restored, right? Possibly. But it gives me hope that it could continue in animation form. You understand? So yeah, I personally, I would rather have it as live action personally, but I cannot. I'm a beggar and I cannot choose. If we continue to be in the state of mind that we are in, saying that it's either live action or nothing, the studio will choose nothing and we will end up being the losers in this scenario. So instead of having that mindset, I would advise we abandon that mindset and accept that the Snyderverse could continue in animation form. And knowing Zack Snyder's work, he can do it. He can make a visual spectacle of it. You know how he is with visuals. So, in my opinion, having a animation form, Snyderverse, Justice League and all that, he can basically do anything with it. Things he would not do when doing a live action, he can do anything with it, meaning it would be even more of a spectacle, visually speaking. So if Zack Snyder is open to doing the other two Justice League movies via animation form, then why not, guys? Why not? It may not be what we want, but it's what we're going to get. As long as the story is finished and we can all rest easy. It's been years that we've been fighting against this, I would say, oppression, because what they did to Zack Snyder was total BS. It was total BS. So this fight, this this fight has been going on for years, and we have been fighting for the restoration of the Snyderverse. And if it comes in animation form, then it's fine. It's fine. All we want is the story to be finished. That's all. Give us the Snyderverse. And once the story is finished, and then you can do whatever the hell you want with the DC. You can do whatever you want with the DC. We will not boycott. We will not do all these types of things. We would just leave you all alone and let you make Ultraman, the clone of Superman, created by Lex Luthor. We would let you do all that. So all we want is just the story to be finished. That's it. And when the story is finished, you can all live in peace, and we can end our fight and move on to bigger and better things, like the Armyverse, or this new universe of Rebel Moon. I don't know what it's called now. Have you guys have a name for it? Do you guys have a name for it? The Rebel Moon universe. Is it RMU? Rebel Moon universe, RMU? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, so yeah, guys, that's all I have to say. Let's if they are willing to give us the Snyderverse in animation form, then let's meet them halfway. Even Zack Snyder is open to it, so why not us? Let's meet them halfway. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed my reaction, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video. Also, let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you guys think? Do you disagree with what's been said here? Do you disagree with what I have said? Do you think do you also think that it's live action or nothing? Or are you okay with Snyderverse in animation form? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to see the original video, the link is in the description below, along with my Facebook page, with the link to my Facebook page. Go over there and follow. Go over to our movie review, to our movie news, and subscribe over there as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. 1,000 subscribers. Let's hit the mark. Salutas, Owens.